Nichols is also a CGP, a certified guitar player, an honorary award given by Chet Atkins. Next to him is Pat Bergeson. Pat was brought to Nashville by Chet many years ago. I don't remember how many, but he toured with Chet for 7 years. Jim Nichols has played with Chet. Jim is from California. Pat lives in Nashville, as does John. Jim lives in Pacifica, and he's played all over the world with a variety of folks. And then last, on the far left is Richard Smith, and Richard it was a childhood prodigy. He played on stage with Chet when he was, what, 11? Is that right, Richard? 11, and Chet just stopped and watched him. I think you're really going to enjoy what you hear tonight, and we really appreciate you all coming. After the show, our artists will be selling CDs up here in front, so you might want to buy one of those. And also, we are raising money for our scholarship fund to fund young players to attend these kinds of workshops. And so there's a money jar up here if you care to donate. So I'm sure somebody will remind you about that as the show goes on. But thank you very much, and good evening.
I know mine works because I just heard Mike. So, we've all known each other for years, and we've rehearsed for about 20 minutes. So what we're hoping is that our years of knowing each other will convert into an enjoyable listening experience for you guys. But this is really, it's good that we're doing it this way because there's the four of us up here right now, but later in the week, in fact, the guys in the camp, I don't see my campers. Or the rest of you guys. Okay, the rest of you guys can admire them because they're going to take the stage later in the week and play. So we thought it's only fair that we put ourselves on the spot tonight. So I'm going to start with a tune that Chet Atkins taught me. I asked him to show me something new, and he said, here's something I wrote last night. And he had gone to the doctor and gotten a good report, and so he wrote a tune called Happy Again.
nice, John. Very nice. John Knowles. One of my guitar playing heroes right here. John and I have known each other since about mid-1980s, where we taught at a guitar camp at the National Guitar Workshop up in Connecticut for many years.
Oh yeah.
We had a lot of fun doing that. And I'd like to say that I'm very glad to be here with everybody. And what a great place to have a guitar camp, huh? Thanks, Michael. And Dan. You have been so gracious and so hospitable to the four of us for the past few days. They cooked for us, and we, drank all their beer, and no, I'm just kidding. And we had a blast. So anyway, I'm glad to be up here with three of my guitar heroes. And I'm going to play a song. This is a song that I wrote called "All Through the Movie." That was something that Chet Atkins used to say a lot, and he would say it kind of meant all through life, all through the movie. He was like, you make your own. Life is your own movie that you make, that you created. That's kind of, I think, what he meant by that saying. So this is a song in A minor that features the A minor 6 chord. Our students, how many of you can say you know an A minor 6? Let's see a show of hands. A minor 6. All right. Jim Nichols is going to blow a solo in the middle. Jim Nichols.
Yeah.
Nice celebrating.
Please sit down. So, it's nice to see everybody here. I know we're going to have a great camp, and got my fellow guitar shredders here. So I'll return the favor to Rich and Pat here. We'll do one of the old Chet tunes. You feel like doing which one? The drive-in or? Sure. Or one that you? Drive. You want to do drive-in? Okay, so do drive-in, which is Jerry Reed composition. You had many compositions, of course. Okay, so and what we'll do is we will not be soloing over the chords of drive-in. We'll be soloing over the chords of a blues in E, in case you're wondering. Okay?
Thrilled to be here again after last year. Had an absolute blast last year. Thanks again to Mike and Pat for putting the whole thing on. I know this has been a lot of work over the last year, probably taking you a whole year to put it together again. And thank you for doing that. Thanks to all the students, so many for coming back. How many newbies do we have this year? Excellent, excellent. Looking forward to teaching you guys. I guess I first met John in 1981 in London. He came over and he did a workshop. I was about 9 years old, 8 or 9 years old, and that was the first time I met John. And met Pat, and the same year I met Jim, actually, at the Chet Atkins Guitar Society convention. Yeah, 92. It was. That was your first year? I've been playing Chet and Jerry Reed tunes and all kinds of stuff like that together ever since. So, let me see, I'll play another Jerry Reed tune.
It was jaw-dropping what he was doing. He won't say that, but it was jaw-dropping.
Let's have a look. We play one of my favorite Jerry Reed tunes. This one's called East Wind.
was walking around in the house before it got dark, I realized there's some folks who are here who are younger than the rest of us. And so I said I would do a tune for them. This is make it a little closer to the mic. I'm afraid it's about to squid. Yikes. See, so when I was, I guess my son was about 4, and he said, "Dad, let's write a song." And I asked him, I said, "Do you know how to do that?" And he said, "Oh yeah, you make them up." And I said, "Well, what do you want to write about?" Could we have just a little less of me in the monitor? I'm afraid I'm about to go. Yeah. He said, how about that banana? And so I said, well, what about that banana? And he said, a monkey is eating it. And then he changed his mind. He said, no, a gorilla is eating it. And so I said, whoa. That's really weird, isn't
I told you, John, you need to get a good guitar for once in your life.
it? Think the strings of bit of dust, I think. The lack of oxygen. This is how I sounded at the breakfast table that day. So I said, if I were a gorilla, la 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 la, I'd eat me a banana, na 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 na. And he said, make him swing through the trees, Dad. And so I said, I live in the treehouse and swing on a vine. But one thing is sure, I will love you. Yeah, 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 yeah. And if I were a tuba, ba 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 ba, all I do is ba 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 ba. I would take a big breath, march in a band. One thing is sure, I would love you. Yeah, 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 yeah. 'Cause it don't matter to me, whatever you happen to be. An eagle, an onion, a pig, or a grape, as long as you're you, I will love you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now, if I were a spaceship, bip, 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 I would take a long trip, rip, 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 rip. I would circle the planets and head for the stars, and then I'd come home, 'cause I love you. Yeah, 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 yeah. And if I were a daisy, zizzy, zizzy, zee, I used to be my baby, but baby, I would pull my petals out one at a time, and always come up with I love you. Yeah, 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 yeah. 'Cause it don't matter to me, whatever you happen to be. A beetle, an onion, a frog, or a grape, as long as you're you, I will love you. Yeah, 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 yeah. I should add, a couple of years ago, Jay was nominated for a Grammy as a songwriter, so he's run with it since then.
John, what is a grunion again? I'll play an original song. This is called The Tower and the Crane, in the key of D.
Okay, well, we're going to play another, in a few minutes, we'll play another trio tune for you guys. But I don't think I played this last year. There's a tune called Under Paris Skies, and in French it's Sur les cieux d'Italie. So we were in France years and years ago, and one of our friends gave me the sheet music for it, and I don't know why he did it, because I can't read for beans. But anyway, I figured it out and learned it. So I don't think Chet ever recorded this, and he should have, but it's kind of reminds me of Petite Waltz a little bit. So I put together this whole arrangement based on everything I stole from Chet, which is most everything. Under Paris Skies.
Yeah.
I didn't. Please feel free to not join in, guys.
Okay.
Let's go to Spain here. It's just the intro, it's got nothing to do with the song.
that was dancing to your Spanish tune there.
El Radicario was the name of that one. It means the sanctuary, and here we are in the sanctuary.
Okay, they don't call him Richard Smith or nothing, do they?
If you open that door back there, you might go out.
Or if you just show him your neck, he'll turn into Dracula, and then we can kick him out.
This is Mike's guitar.
I guess he's not a music lover.
Doors really quickly. Come on. Ah, got back in.
Sometimes the way I find a song is a singer will ask me to back them up. And so you hear somebody singing.
Close that. Hey, close that door over there. Hey, sound guys, your door up there behind you. Close your door behind you there. There you go.
You don't hear no reptile feedback.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Knowles.
The trouble is when you have to follow an animal like it's really So, anyhow, one of the ways that I discover good songs is when I'm called to go on the back of a singer. And after you let you do that, if it's a really good song, about a week later, you're still kind of humming the song. And so you start looking for a way to play it on the guitar. And one of the nice things about the singer having left the stage is you're not stuck in the key that the singer was singing. You know. So I learned this song in a key that none of the rest of the guys know it in. But I want them to join me, so I figured out how to do a nifty modulation into the key that they all know. But first, I'll start by myself. What was it Chet said? I'm going to kick it off because I want it done right. This is The Nearness of You. parking lot arrangement. We talked about it on the way over. That's great. Thanks, guys. What you got up your sleeve?
What do I got on my sleeve? Okay, all right. I'll play another original song for you. Here's one that's in the key of E flat. It has an open G on the 3rd string, but it's an E flat and it's in 3/4 time. For all you guitar players out there who may be interested in that kind of thing, being that we're here at Guitar Camp. This one is called Sam's Song.
I guess in '59, Chet Atkins, one of his 100 or so LPs that he did over a 50-year career, and that's only his stuff. He played on countless other things. So he did an album called Teensville that had a lot of great stuff on it, and that was actually the first Chet Atkins record I ever started trying to copy as a kid. But anyway, one of the tunes he played was One Mint Julep, which was an old R&B hit. Ray Charles did a version of Clovers, sang it, it's got words. So here we'll do the deadly trio of us three here again, One Mint Julep, okay? All right. And for you guitar players, it's a blues with a little short bridge. The bridge only has 8 bars in it, which is 4 chords and 8 bars, okay? Okay, and I'll start off and you guys can dribble in.
mint julep. It's a drink, isn't it? I think it's a drink. One mint julep.
Yeah, it's a drink.
I
Yeah.
didn't know what it meant when I first heard it.
What's in it? Bourbon, sugar,
Mint,
mint
leaves.
leaves,
Kentucky Derby.
lemon juice or lime juice or
I think it's one of those clear drinks with a mint, with a little green mint in it. Whatever it is, it looks good. I don't know if it tastes good. All right. Well, last year I did a demonstration in front of a bunch of you. It was actually the first class I did. I started working on an arrangement because I wanted to see the class watch me work on an arrangement and kind of come to the consensus of what is right. What decisions are to be made during that arrangement, fingerings, the harmonies. And it was a piano tune, it was the Maple Leaf Rag. And I kind of let that go until about a couple of months ago. I did the same thing in California and I kind of finished it off. Did another workshop, I finished the arrangement and I played it 4 or 5 times. Let me see if I can get through it here with it. I'll see if I can do it. Maple Leaf Rag. What's the tempo? What's the scary tempo? What's the Joplin tempo?
Like I said, jaw-dropping. That's next to his version of the pineapple rag, which is even harder than that. That's the hardest thing I've ever seen played on the guitar. Hands down. Yeah.
That's so ridiculous.
Thanks, Greg.
And you'll notice he did it without bursting into flames, too. So, you're doing something from last year reminded me that since last year, I think a number of you have learned how to play Las Palmas. Is that true? There's some Las Palmas sites? Yes. Oh my goodness. I better get it right. So, for those of you who don't know, this is a tune. Las Palmas is a Mexican restaurant in Nashville, and we were there, and I've always loved it because I grew up on the Gulf Coast, so I grew up with Mexican food and with good Mexican music. And this place had pretty good Mexican food and great Mexican music. So I told my granddaughter, who was about 5, that I was going to write a tune for the restaurant. And so I asked her, I said, what is your favorite thing to eat at Las Palmas? And she said, cheese quesadillas. And so I wrote, Las Palmas, we have cheese quesadillas. And just that much was enough to kind of get me going, you know. So Las Palmas is an instrumental with a hidden vocal, which I will not sing. But feel free to join in when the moment comes. You can write some. They should do more on the menu, of course. So there's opportunities there.
Gal, I'm going to play a song now that Chet Atkins recorded. It's an original tune, and I wrote the A section, and Chet wrote the bridge section in the song. And the song is called "The Mountains of Illinois." It's not very romantic how we got the title. I actually had a landlord in Brooklyn when I lived there in New York for several years, and he I was in New Jersey, but he was from Brooklyn, and he never really left Brooklyn. And one time he said to me, Pat, you're from Idaho or something, aren't you? And I go, no, I'm from Illinois. He goes, same thing. So anyway, I told him that, did he know that Illinois was the downhill skiing capital of the world? He said, oh yeah, it could be. That's right. It's just called the mountains of Illinois.
whatsoever, but let's play a tune together, you and I, just of your choice.
You what?
Let's play a tune of your choice together, just you and myself.
Something that we can all play?
Something that we know, yes. Okay. That's actually a song my dad used to sing with Jimmy Dorsey and Charlie Spivak orchestras.
Yeah. And I know all the lyrics to it. No, wait a minute. That's just a song I was thinking of. I was thinking, it had to be you.
It had to be you, yeah. The Fisherman's song, It Had to Be You.
It had to be
Which, anything you want to play.
And we're doing it in C.
Okay. So it had to be you?
I've got about a $35 intro.
Okay.
It's just something I learned in church. You know what you do is you play the last line so the congregation knows where to come in. You know?
myself, so these guys joined in on the end of it. So it had meaning.
All right. I'm going down to G-tuning, folks. Keith Richards uses this tuning pretty much exclusively, but I'm not playing any of his stuff. Yeah, G-tuning was...
There's no money in those tunes.
Either came from... I'm not sure if the blues guys started off with this or if it was a Hawaiian tuning. I'm not sure, but I'm playing an old Chet tune here. Old fiddle tune.
Hey, Rick,
Yeah.
how about that new one you just worked out?
Yeah.
Are you ready
Yeah,
to
you
pull
got
it?
the
Are you
tune,
ready
yeah.
to whip that one out?
I kind of sort of play. There's another fiddle
Okay.
tune I was working on. Let me give it a shot.
He just worked
Where
out
is
this,
it?
another fiddle tune and it's so good.
Let's give it a shot. Well,
You need a capo?
I didn't need a capo.
Does anyone have a capo?
I got one in my pocket. I just had. Let me see.
Mr. Prepared. Yeah, he stunned us with this one around the kitchen table the other night.
Let me see. This is an old bluegrass tune I learned when I'm pretty soon after I moved to Nashville. I started hanging out with the fiddlers and mandolin players and banjo players and such. So I learned this one. I thought it'd be a fun one to try and do solo guitar. See if I can get it. I will mess this up, but that's okay.
Here we go. Seatbelts.
Let me see, I'll slow down.
Rich, I was that its debut performance right
That
there?
was the second time I've
Second
played
time,
it.
okay.
I'm still,
Pretty darn
it's a work in
good,
progress, but I've got to try.
So that's for Tuesday's class.
That's super bad, Rich.
Yeah.
Super bad.
Richard's got the record tonight for the most unbelievable tunes in one evening.
So, you want to like make one other round and we'll call it a night? That sounds like a. Matter of fact, depending on how much fun everybody's had, this is either our last tune or our encore, right? Yeah, let's do it. Pat and I have been working that jam, and we haven't done it all the way through yet. So, this is a tune that I wrote for our friend Lenny Rowe. A couple of years after his death, I was still missing him, and so I had that one line, lately I've been feeling lonely, lately I've been feeling blue. No, there's no other words, but that's about his story. And when I played it, and Pat heard it, you want to play it on guitar or monitor or both? Or?
I'll start out with you on the guitar.
Ooh, look at that. Yeah.
four corners of the globe, and near London, Orlingham, England, and John, you're from Texas. Pat's from Illinois, and I grew up working on dairy farms in Virginia, and yet the common thread here is that we all had Chet Atkins as our huge hero. So here's four little snippets of some old Chet tunes that you don't hear too often. Hopefully, Richard probably can play them.
Jim to back me up on one here. That's what I love from Chet. Oh, 1, 2, 3.
us and pardoning us when we slipped off the rail and encouraging us to jump back in, which now we get to encourage you guys with deep authenticity, don't we? There is what looks like a tip jar, but this is really the scholarship fund down here. Plus, if some of you just wandered in here tonight and wonder what's happening and would like to take a little bit home, we have a few CDs that you
I
can
got some CDs.
Oh, Richard got, yeah, here we go. So, thanks so much for being here. I tell you, this has been so much fun for us. Are we done? Who wants to do? One more. Yeah, one more. So, who they are? 2, 3, 4.
Well, the Cannibal Rat, or Indiana.
Yeah. You want to do a little call and response?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Not too fast.
Thank you.
Well done.
Let's hear it for John Knowles, Pat Bergeson, Jim Nichols, and Richard Estes. Thank you. Again, these artists have CDs for sale if you're interested. One thing I've neglected to mention early on is that Rocky Mountain Guitar Camp is a nonprofit corporation dedicated to bringing fingerstyle guitar to beautiful Colorado. I think we've done that tonight. And as John has mentioned, and this is not a tip jar up here, we're soliciting. It's free to get in, but you got to pay to get out. No, we are developing a scholarship fund. We've written grants and that sort of thing, and we hope to bring young people to these in the future. So thank you very much.